I wish I had more time to spend just sitting here looking at the idle animations, because it does look like they put a lot of work into it, and I feel like there's one where Sparks will just hover in front of Spyro's face like this, checking to see if why is he doing this. Either way, greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. This is Let's Play Spyro 3 Reignited.
Yay! My portal is working! I'll see you at the beach!
Well, his voice sounds pretty much the same, I just don't care for his mustache. But yeah, we've completed 4 out of 5 worlds, so that means that today we tackle the Seashell Shore. It's that rotten tongue twister, isn't it? She sells seashells by the seashore. Which is easy to say once, but if you try to say it lots of times, your tongue's gonna get tangled up. Hence it being a tongue twister. Just like red lorry, yellow lorry. I already want to get that one mungled in my mouth by saying it.
While I was gone, my friends borrowed the Reignited submarine. Then they took it for a joyride. And then they smashed it into a big pile of rocks. Oddly enough, the Reignites failed to see the humor in their actions and stuffed my friends in the jail cell behind you.
Okay, I take it back, his voice isn't quite the same.
The Reignites have boarded up a lot of our doors, but I bet you're strong enough to smash them down.
Square to smash boards. Yeah, he was more of an... he sounded like he was about to burst into a panicked frenzy, just like Bernadetta and Vali, when discussing what his friends had gotten up to while he was gone. Rotten octopi, you are not fresh. Oh, they aim! These guys... it's always been a joke of mine that whenever someone misses a blatant target, I say, try aiming. Well, these guys are aiming. I didn't even think that boss from Croc was quite this nasty. We can't roll or dodge in the water or do anything along those lines. Alright, the fodder is a duck wearing a scuba helmet. But yeah, the music playing right now, I remember it being reused quite a few places. And inside this submarine, I can't see this being a working submarine, but it does have an extra life in it, so we'll let it pass. And whenever I think of my childhood of racing through Spyro levels, this is the one that I think of because of the charge set. It does blatantly become
If you want a quick
a
summary
full
of your progress in a world, you can press the guidebook button to open the guidebook page for the world you're in.
Right, I don't think that one's actually in any of the others, so yeah. Good to know. They do look like criminal sailors, don't they? Maybe not pirates. Pirates have a certain flair that they don't have. And... metal barrel. So very easy to knock back in his face. Maybe not. Maybe these ones aren't quite as easy. Wait. It bangs on the ground behind them. That's kinda dumb. Also, expect this. Have I already said that this song plays a lot? Because it plays a lot. Actually, I might be wrong on that. I just remember it also plays in one of the very last worlds of the game in a... let's call it dynamically different to this world. You'll know it when you see it. And... another topic jump, but I'd say that this game has one of the weirdest soundtracks that I've ever had because, don't sue me please game makers, but when a lot of the... I think when I got... in about high school, I got my own phone, but I used it a lot like an MP3 player. I downloaded a whole bunch of video game soundtracks from video games that I owned onto that phone. Over 1,000 in fact. So yeah, I've played a lot of games and I like a lot of game music. But I remember that Spyro 3, where I got the soundtrack from, had it in a rather weird... I'm trying to think of how to say it. Rather than having soundtracks for each levels, it just had a bunch of MP3 files numbered 1 to 9. And each was sort of a medley, a compilation of each of the soundtracks. I was quite worried that I'd fall off there. Yeah, and it would be a combination of all the songs. And due to that, there's...
Oh, hi, Spyro. Some of my seal friends are trying to take down a Rhinoc fortress. I'm about to go lend a foot. I love the smell of singed Rhinoc in the morning.
You would, wouldn't you? Sheila. Sheila isn't much of a swimmer, but she at least doesn't drown. Goodbye. Ooh. Weird, I thought you were able to kick those sand blocks.
Hi, Sheila. The Rhinocs have built a fortress on our beach, and we're going to blow it to smithereens. We just need you to take out all the turrets for us. We're lighting the bomb now, so just make sure to stomp all those turrets before the fuse runs out, okay?
I hate this. Why can't you wait until... Why can't you guys wait until after I've smashed it all before you start hitting those fuses off? On the upside, because they stick out like that, you can just stomp and hit them from the side. Okay, you can actually. I forget if that was in the original or not. I guess the Rhinocs at the top are supposed to hit you when you try to do that.
Wow! I can't believe I survived that blast. It's a good thing I kept this egg nice and safe in my pocket.
I don't know whether this is better or worse than that guy from Zephyr who was all, "Good thing I had my helmet on!" Because you don't even have safety gear.
Our beach is your beach.
Well, that's good because I have need of your beach's gems. What do you have to say?
Is your beach.
Stay and get a tan if you like.
Well, there are at least different voice actors. Or at least they don't sound like the same person. I haven't been looking at the names of these dragon eggs. I really should. Because I just know that one of them is going to be Sandy. It's too obvious a pun. Oh, that seemed plummeting, didn't it? Are they ducks? They might be... Yeah, genuinely wondering if those are maybe seagulls. I mean, they have the big flat bills of ducks, so they must be ducks, but I can't get a proper look at them because they have scuba helmets on. Zoe, are you going to save progress or just check?
You can hover to get more distance when gliding. Just press the action button at the end of your glide.
I guess that would be handy if you completely missed the hunter portion, but I don't know. I feel like the amount of eggs you have to get this portal open are a bit too high for you to skip over Cloud Spire and the dragon eggs related to gliding. Ooh, right, there's 3 of them right in a row there. That can be a little bit tricky, I guess. How did that not hit? Nope, that's the duck. Oh. Was that a skill point, actually? You know what these octopi make me think of? They make me think of that Freddy Frish's Maze Madness game. Because I think it was sort of a highly modded Pac-Man, I guess. You did have enemies that would take your lives, which were peanut butter and jellyfish jelly sandwiches.
Used to have a dragon egg for you, but instead I used it to test our ultra-high-speed super fluidity tunnel. The good news is that it made it to the end of the tunnel without a scratch. The bad news is that there's no way to get it back out now.
Aren't you an awful person?
Chock full of Rhinox and floating mines. The only way to retrieve that egg is to defeat every single Rhinox in the tunnel.
Okay, why do we have to defeat all the Rhinox? I don't get that. I do remember this challenge, it is awful. At least he's not going to keep telling me, hey, too bad you didn't do it. Remember, defeat all the Rhinox. Yeah, you've got to it's automatically charging, you've got no way to slow down. On the upside it's just left and right, I think. Sigh.
You'll have to defeat every single
I did! I defeated that guy twice, but then okay, so it's not as nice as I thought it was.
You'll have to defeat.
Oh boy, this is gonna be trouble with a trolley, eh? I'm pretty sure you're locked at the center, which is a lot better than the next high-speed water tunnel mission. Oh no! No, no, no! Oh boy.
This egg has surprisingly good fluid dynamic characteristics. From now on, all of our submarines will be egg-shaped.
They weren't already. How do you sneeze underwater? It just sounds like such an uncomfortable concept. That's for you. Oh yeah, my story, Freddy Fish. I remember that there were a whole bunch of varieties of enemies, but all of them interacted a bit differently. The anglerfishes could only go left or right. The sharks would move about average speed, but they'd speed up if they actually saw Freddy, and you could hear them going with a dumb laugh when they did see Freddy. But I think there were 2 specific enemies that were sort of polar opposites of each other. The crabs could move left and right quickly, but moving up and down was quite slow. Whereas the squids or octopi, I can't remember which.
Pluto the Rhinox has challenged us to a naval battle. Our speedboat versus his nuclear shark submarine. If we win, we'll get the dragon egg he's guarding. If we lose, we'll have to spend a month doing kitchen patrol. What do you say? Do you want to take on Pluto?
Yeehaw!
Okay, good luck. Just remember, stay away from the sharp end.
Next to speed up, circle to fire a missile, pick up crates. The squids or octopi were the opposite. They would move left and right quite slowly, but up and down they moved very quickly. Oh! I used up all my missiles before even getting into the fight. Whoops. It's still following me. I know that he doesn't take too well to stealing his ammo turrets. Wait. It's this hold X then move type of controls. And now he's moving underwater to try and catch me. Wait. This feels very much easier in comparison to the original.
Wow, that's the first time Bluto has ever lost. You dragons must have a ton of talent. I hope this egg was worth all the trouble.
Yeah, that does not feel nearly as hard in comparison, but then the controls also felt quite clunky in comparison, so I guess it balances out to being... Nah, it still felt way too easy in comparison. But yeah, we have to defeat him so we can get at the gems underneath him. That's why we'd want to come here. No. Dragon egg, right? Right? Yeah. And I forget what started this thought, but I also had a thought about glitches in speedrunning. Well, apparently it just makes me think of Sonic Boom, I think it was, where they actually patched out a really big glitch, the Knuckles double jump glitch. And it just makes me think that do speedruns that rely on glitches still count if it gets patched out? Should glitches that are used to such effect in speedruns be kept simply for the sake of the speedrunners? I don't know, it's hard to tell these things. It still is an important point that Sonic Boom was not a good game. It was Rise of Lyric specifically, I remember now. It was not a good game, and there was plenty of other things they could have been doing. Oh, of course. You need to have a chat with your dentist.
My plan worked. That dumb octopus dropped the jail key while he was shaking me. Now I can free my friends. Oh, I forgot to tell you. One of the Rhinocs had this egg in his lunchbox.
What is with some of these hiding places? And now the hard part. Where are the remaining gems? This side? Wait, did I leave some in the Bluto arena? I left some gems in the Bluto arena. Whoops. Oh, there we go. And we might as well quick travel this. It's weird that they have the autosave for changing areas, but they don't have it for something as milestone-ish as finding the final gem. And I'm sure I've mentioned already that I'm very disappointed at the lack of portals. Not portals, the lack of world transition animations. I mean, with how much you've already changed in this game, with how poorly the Pluto fight went, or how unpleasant a lot of the baby dragons look.
Let's head on over to the balloon.
Yep. We have 5 people, so now, don't do that.
The balloon's all ready, sir. Just jump on.
This balloon will take you to the great Tiki Lodge in the sky. Just jump on when you're ready.
I don't want to go to the Great Tiki Lodge in the sky.
Hop in the balloon whenever you want, Spyro.
I guess you'll just hop in the balloon now. Don't ask me how it works. I just showed up for the punch and cookies.
Well, aren't you helpful?
This balloon will take you to a land closer to the sorceress, Spyro. You can also use it to come back here whenever you want to.
Yeah, what can I say? I like the fact that most of the friendlies have hit animations. Anyhow, next time on Let's Play Spyro 3 Reignited, we go closer to the sorceress. Till then guys, take care. I'll see you all around.